Hello viewers, thank you for tuning in to the video. I'm Replay, and in this video it's time to do another review on a DLC for Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition. And in this video we will be doing the Chivalry Weapons Pack. Now before we start, just want to say that with all three weapons being uh, weapons that shoot arrows instead of bullets or whatever, that there really isn't that much to say about each weapon. And the statistics I give for each weapon are based off of me using the weapon with explosive arrows because I believe they are the most effective when using crossbows or bow and arrow combos to play with and use during gameplay. But let's get started with our first weapon. The heavy crossbow. The heavy crossbow has about a 3 to 4 second reload time. It is the second most powerful weapon in the pack and can shoot arrows the furthest before starting to drop off. With such a high damage on this weapon, it can actually be decent at using out explosive arrows, killing greens and shields in one shot, tans in 3 to 4 shots, and cloakers and tasers in 4 to 5 shots. But I still recommend using explosive arrows with this weapon because it can kill all enemies, greens, shields, tans, tasers, and cloakers in one shot. And only picking off a piece of armor on a dozer once per shot, but it is not good enough to kill them even with the face exposed. So I'd say out of the pack, if you do get the Chivalry pack, that this is the best weapon to get, and I recommend you use it from time to time, just not too often, and always carry a good secondary gun to quickly switch to, because you're not always going to be able to wait 4 seconds to completely reload this weapon. The light crossbow. Now, there's literally nothing to say about the light crossbow, at least not very much, but I might as well give the very little details that I can actually give you about it. The light crossbow has a 2-second reload time and is the weakest weapon of the pack. And with explosive arrows, it can drop greens and shields in one shot, 3 to 4 shots for tans and tasers and cloakers, and pick off a piece of armor on dozers every 1 or 2 shots. It's overall an okay gun to use and to have. It's just not as strong as the heavy crossbow, and it's not as fast as the pistol crossbow, which I recommend would rather be using myself for the sake of dropping specials compared to trying to use this crossbow to take on specials because of its faster reload time compared to this weapon. So it's not the best, but use it on your own terms if you feel like it. Finally, you have the javelin and the English longbow. The longbow is the strongest weapon in the pack, but still can only hold some statistics similar to the heavy crossbow. Although the most powerful, it can still only drop greens, shields, tans, tasers, cloakers in one shot, and pick off a piece of armor on dozers for each shot. The downside to the English longbow is its slow reload time and its slow pullback. It requires at least a half a draw on the bow for the explosive arrow to detonate, but veers off slightly when shooting it at half draw. While a full draw on the bow will be accurate and have good range, but still be a little hard to know exactly where you're aiming. While the javelin is the throwable of the Chivalry pack, you can carry 3 at a time. They can be picked back up, assuming that you threw them somewhere that you can go and pick them back up. And you can drop greens and shields with 1 javelin, pans, tasers, and cloakers in 1 to 2, and all 3 to drop dozers, assuming you always hit the faceplate. And it takes 2 javelins to break the faceplates completely, and 1 more to finish it off. Overall, I'd say the Chivalry pack is okay to have from time to time, but I do not recommend buying it right away. And after looking at the bow and arrow in the Chivalry pack and in the Western pack, I think it's time that Overkill should introduce a modern day compound bow. Uh, that way we can have a bow and arrow with a sight or laser sight, or even a modern day crossbow, so that way we can have a crossbow and bow and arrow with the ability to have a scope, sight, or laser attachment to it to be able to know exactly where we are aiming. But like I said, I do not 100% recommend buying the Chivalry pack right away. But it is entirely up to you when and if you want to buy it. I hope my review was helpful to all of you in determining whether or not to buy it right away if you had not bought it already. Thank you guys for tuning into my video. I hope you will stay tuned as I will continue to review the character packs and heist packs for Crime Wave that has been given to us so far. And until next time, keep calm, game on, and thieve on.